why you'd say that about her. Welcome back to the Two Monties.
Welcome back. So back to the blind man.
And if you don't know what that means, please go back to last week's episode.
I don't have context. It was 5 minutes ago.
So, because I think you were talking about somebody that was pissed.
Yeah, I didn't mean actually blind.
Anyway, I got blind and it reminded me. So in the last 2 weeks, I've had weddings where one, there was a guy in a wheelchair. And you know where we do the if you're willing and able, please stand.
No. That's why you do it. No, that's why I changed to that because I used to say, everybody please be upstanding.
I'd never thought of that.
The only reason I've done it is because I used to just say, can everyone please be upstanding? And then one day I looked and there was a person who clearly couldn't.
Had you ever put that together?
And that's why we talked about it. That's why we go, if you're willing and able, could you please be upstanding?
That's nice. I appreciate that so much more knowing now the context for why you say that.
Yeah. Even if it's not in a wheelchair, even if it's Nan, who they've essentially carried down, I'm not going to make her do squats.
But if you think of it out loud, it makes sense. But it's just always been a blow-by comment.
Yeah.
For me, I've never paid attention to it.
That's why there's that little change.
So,
listen, we're fucking 2025, mate. We're looking after people.
So I've cracked the whip in the pre-cum, before the ceremony, get them all round. To get them all rounded up. And he's made some smart-ass comment to me when I've cracked it. And at that point, I do say last one when they're asked in the seat gets the whip. And I think he said, I'm already fucking there, mate, like something. Fair cool he is. And, not telling him to do anything he can't do.
Yep.
And then, if you're willing and able, please stand. So I kind of, I'd already spotted him, but it was say that line anyway, but conscious of it. And I could tell, he was super appreciative. I reckon he was ready to arc up and be a heckler.
Yeah.
But he was appreciative because I'd said, if you're willing and able, please stand.
You're accommodating him.
And he goes, oh, that's clever. I'm willing, but I'm not able, or something like that.
Yeah.
Then the next week, fucking one arm. Different bloke. But I do all right, everyone, I need you to put one arm up in the air, doesn't matter which one it is. And I just happened to look at the one fucking bloke in the crowd
awesome.
that's only got one arm. And I was like, fuck, have I got to change that script now?
I would have lent in it. I just accept you, mate, just put that one up. That's fine.
You're doing great.
But I didn't, because we hadn't had any banter before that. I just left that as it was. But I was like, what's fucking happening?
This isn't,
And then you mentioned the blind man. So.
Yeah, this isn't, people with various abilities. But I talked about picking on a bloke, and I felt bad after I did it. But I did a wedding, first time at the Ridge Estate the other week.
It's about to be the last time.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, they're closing down the end of the year.
Huh? Didn't know that. Oh, it was a perfectly fine venue.
No, it's not closing down for that reason. They're just moving the people who own it, Nicole, who is lovely, that she's just choosing to sort of they're moving in there and taking over the space and making it a family home.
Have they announced this on their socials?
I don't know, but it's literally by the end of this year, so there's 2 months left. It's not going to matter.
But anyway, wedding on there. I'm in coat and pants, no tie. Groom's in kind of a native. He's got green shirt, tan pants. Native flower.
So you just said native. I was like, what is he wearing? A fucking leaf?
It's Banksy is all down his legs.
Anyway, one of the guests rolls down. It turns out they've given one bloke permission to do the FaceTime to someone or whatever, which is fine. That'd be this bloke. This bloke walks down, black tie, tuxedo, low tie.
Look better than the groom.
Look better than everybody. So when I did the, put your phones away, videographer, photographer, blah, 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 I said, and I was going to let this go, but I can't let it go. This bloke here.
Jeeves in the corner.
He's essentially done the same thing as if you're a woman and you turned up in a white dress. This bloke's turned up looking better than everybody. He looks better than the groom. He looks better than me. I don't know why you've done that, mate, but you shouldn't have done it. And he's like,
docks this fella so hard.
He seemed like the nicest dude because he's there with the thing and he's going, oh, don't say that. And then there was a few gasps and I'm like, look, it's fine. Mate, you look incredible. You just look better than the groom. And I don't know that you're allowed to do that. Anyway, moving right along. And then he was clearly like, oh my God, I've made a terrible mistake. God. He clearly felt bad. And I was like, oh, I've probably gone a bit hard there.
I did the same thing at a wedding recently. I got this beautiful double-breasted suit made from Rundles, and I'm like, can't wait to wear this. Wore it to my next wedding.
As the vendor?
No, I was a guest at this wedding.
Thank fuck for that.
I was going to say, I haven't seen a single photographer or videographer not sweat their absolute ring out.
I heard about a bloke who had stained Nike tracksuit pants on.
No, I turned up in this really well put together double-breasted suit, and the groom was in more like Tarakash.
Yeah,
and
right.
I'm like,
no.
I feel
Yeah,
a
but
bit
that's
bad.
different. And I've seen yours. I've seen it at one of the events, I think.
Yeah. It's really like I wear it for like any time there's something nice to put on. I usually
You
wear
can
it.
tell the bloke that doesn't have to wear a suit every fucking
I know.
every fucking week.
I hate it so much it's in my contract that I will not ever wear one.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Just short shorts and a whip
It's boots and whips are non-negotiable, and I will not wear a suit.
and latex or leather.
Yeah, that's it.
but I like I used to love
Have
getting
you ever gone latex?
Not out of the house.
Just lubed up.
That's how he gets in.
Yeah, 100%.
I'd love to. I would have left, but I got stuck to the couch.
Yeah. Not enough lube, dried up and got glued to it.
That'd be so good.
Yeah, really.
If you did latex with literally like a gimp mask and a zipper, I would find that so
You know what would be good, actually, is if we did the podcast, not you, because you got to talk, obviously, but if we got someone to wear it and just sit there and never talk.
No context.
and we never refer to them.
And not even look at them or acknowledge
we
them.
never acknowledge them. We never talk to them. We never do anything. They're just sitting there.
Do it on an app when he can't be here and just give him the whip in the corner and don't say a word.
Oh, so it looks like it's fucking me.
Yeah. We'll just put a little bit of red beard out the zip.
Oh my god.
Jake, what are you up to?
You'd look good in a gimp mask, Jake. I think it'd really bring out your eyes.
He looks good in everything. He's right. He does. This is
So if you want to volunteer for the gimp spot on our podcast, send us a message.
bring your own suit.
Yeah,
Don't even wait for us to reply. Just fucking turn up.
I will not be shoehorning anybody into a suit. You need to have it and turn up in
Bring
it.
your own suit and lube.
Yeah.
This is unrelated to anything. It's just on my list that I thought was very funny. I played golf with a mate the other day. Spring, golf courses are full of ducks and geese. They've all had babies.
Bird shit everywhere.
Well, there's always bird shit everywhere, but they've all got, ducklings and
I don't
goslings.
like where this is already going.
No. No, nobody's getting hurt.
No one's dying?
Nothing's dying. Nobody's dying. We're driving past, and, there's a pair of ducks that, honestly, they had 15 ducklings. I was like, get a TV, you cunts. Like, how many fucking ducks do you need? But then there was a goose, and geese are notoriously angry.
Yeah.
So me to you away from this, I guess, goose. I was going to say goose or
Silly
gander,
goose?
but not...
Drake?
but it wasn't the drake. It must have been the goose. No, gander.
No,
that's
the drake's the male, right?
No.
Drake's the male.
No,
And
a
gander's
gander.
the gander's the girl.
a collective noun for a...
Oh,
No,
No,
that's a
gaggle.
gaggle.
a gaggle of
Hey,
geese.
you should stop talking now.
What the fuck's a gander? Can we fact
A
check this?
gander is the male goose.
What the fuck's a drake then? Oh, male duck.
There you go.
Yeah.
Wait. Tune in next week for more thrilling animal talk.
Do you know what a cloaca is? Just while we're here.
A
Yes.
cloaca?
Yes.
Like a cuchacha?
No, well, kind of.
sort
It
of.
does
Lady
it does all the jobs.
Yeah, it shits, it impregnates, and it's a vagina. All three.
Birds have a cloaca.
Go fuck
a
yourself in your shitty cunt.
You're a
All right, I will.
That's all we've got time for. No, but anyway, goose with a fuck me. That's the clip. Just that. That's a gift. Go fuck yourself in your shitty cunt. Also, I never want to hear that phrase on this podcast ever again.
cloaca or a shitty cunt?
No.
I've got another one.
But anyway,
Yeah, go on.
this is more wholesome than anything, which is completely been derailed here. Anyway, goose, gosling, and the gosling's that new. It takes 4 steps, it falls over. Like it's.
Is that how Ryan got his name?
Yeah. So I stop and take a photo of it.
Yeah.
And my mate just looks at me like, why are you taking a photo of the fucking goose and gosling? And I go, oh, it's from a bird watching Facebook group. And then we just drive off. And I look at him and he's like side-eyeing me. And I go, I'm not in a Facebook group of fucking bird watchers, mate. He goes, you're a weird cunt, mate. I would have thought anything was possible. He was like, I was just accepting it on face value that, Kingy's a bit of a fucking weirdo.
Yeah.
That'll be fine.
That's
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
This tracks.
Yeah, that's his tracks. There was no follow-up question. He was just like, yeah, fair enough.
Sue, the photographer that runs the venue, what's the venue called?
Misty.
Mistwood Retreat.
Sue Taylor.
Yeah. I've only had 2 weddings this year, but both Lesbitarians.
At that venue.
At
we
that
should be
venue.
clear. He's had more than 2 weddings this year.
Two weddings
Does
at
she
that
still
venue.
shoot photos?
Hey?
Does she still shoot photos?
No.
Nah. No, she's just running the show. And they've done a fucking cracker of a job with that place. Like the different spots. Like it is stunning. Anyway, they've got this like paved, and it would be as long as this room, paved kind of, it's got an atrium thing with vines growing up it.
It looks cool.
And that leads into the reception. So all their I Do crew have rocked into different dances. And you know, like, it's always hit or miss where it's a good song and a choreographed dance and they do it and it's either going to work or it's not. 99% of the time it's shit, not worth doing, and the choreography's fucking terrible. 2 separate entrances for the I Do crews. Great fucking songs. Absolutely knocked it out of the park.
Love it.
By far the best entrances I've ever seen.
What were the songs?
I got to wait for the content creator to send through all the videos and the videographer. I can't remember.
So basically you can't remember?
No, but I was going to...
Stop derailing the conversation.
There was too much going on, but they were so good. Nailed it. Then the brides came in. Also, photographer fucked up and said, so we'll get the bride and groom over here. I said, you'll get the 2 brides over there, mate. And he's like, got him. And then I said sorry to the girls. I was like, sorry for pointing that out so obviously. And they were like, nah.
Love it.
Anyway, so they've come strutting down this thing, done the old champagne bottle.
Cracked it on the ground?
Again,
Hell yeah.
Never seen it work so fucking good.
Yeah.
And most of the times I've seen it, it's been on the timber, you know, the floating fucking false floor they put in a marquee. So it's timber, and it'd be like cracking it on there. You don't think you're going to smash the bottle, but this was on concrete pavers.
Yeah, it's going to smash.
And she's just basically death dropped, smashed these things on the ground, fucking fans, spray the whole lot. And
yeah.
And I was like, have you got spares in case you smash them? Because all I could think about was that video of the in the pool.
I'd be saying I think we can say without it being offensive, there's a fellow with Down syndrome who's in a leather vest, cowboy hat.
I'm very aware.
And he does is it the Stone Cold Steve Austin?
I'm very aware.
But they're all trying to stop him. They're like, John, no! Woo!
Fucking glass everywhere. So that's all I was picturing. But nailed it first go. Anyway, backtrack their ceremony. I said same in the pre-comes. Did do the it's not going to be the same boring shitty ceremony. And the nan. And the videographer had the camera on the nan. She's turned to the pop and goes, oh, shame about the language. When I said shitty, and I was like,
oh, you're strap in. This is the entree.
He told me about it before we actually kicked off the ceremony.
Fuck, it would have been great to have just the camera on Nan the entire way through.
I know,
the ceremony.
and then I was like, and there was actually I don't even think there was a single swear word in the whole ceremony. But if there is, it's a quote. It's always only ever a quote. Yeah. So, again, but it's, as we've, talked about the last recording, booked a gig from a clip of me saying cunt at our charity wedding this year. And the couple were like, yep. And there's another one that's since done the exact same thing.
Yeah, right.
And I think it was like the next one of us talking about that. Anyway, I thought, well, Nan's getting upset about shitty. And I was like, I just sent her a few reels. And my brother's wife's Nan.
Wait, who'd you send reels?
No, I was going to
say... You found the Nan on Instagram.
Yeah,
it's like, here you go.
But my brother's wife's Nan, she sent me a message the other day going, hi, Monty. And then I could see from the start, it gives you the preview. Yeah. I was like, oh, this is not good. And saying, but something about, you're a smart, good-looking boy, and it's a shame when I'd really like if you didn't say the word cunt. It's not a very nice word.
So where's she seen you do it?
On the clip on Instagram. And then
so it's his wife's, his brother's sister's Nan.
Sister-in-law's Nan.
Okay.
And it's the same Nan who also would go at family events and say, just whoever would listen, he's not really gay. He's just doing it for publicity. And Lauren goes, Nan, you can't say that. He is gay.
Nan say the most offhand
I know,
shit.
so
it's
funny.
Wild.
So then she sent this. I've just sent it to Lauren, my sister-in-law. And then she goes, oh, I'm so sorry.
You should 100% post it. You should 100% be tagged.
I'm sure she'll see this anyway.
I just think it's so funny. And I was like, also that, yes, there's 2 solutions here. One, I just don't say it. Or 2, just unfollow the podcast. And you'll never hear it ever again.
Yeah.
Because I don't say it on the other things.
No, we say it a lot here. I always like that. What do you reckon, Lincoln? For the first 20 episodes, we tried to not say it, and then it came out once, and then it's just been open slather since.
And Pandora's box.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it really was, because there was a lot of other wild shit there too.
I saw you like this. I just saw this when you said Pandora's box, and it was like one of these memes on Insta today. And the bloke goes, Greek mythology is not having a deep enough knowledge of Greek mythology is my real Achilles horse. and someone goes, for fuck's sake, and the bloke goes, oh, I've really opened a Pandora's labyrinth here, haven't I?
That's so good.
Yeah, I knew you'd like that. What you had many things on your list.
Well,
I had a cat.
Do you have to go?
Had a wedding the other
Surely
day.
after
We'll keep talking, but
Yeah,
if you have to get up and
I think
leave.
we'll get to the end of this app.
I won't say the venue, but there was a few cock-ups. Oh, mother-in-law chat. Always good.
Strap in.
Lincoln's got one of them too. But yeah, go on.
Waited.
Should we clear up of not his own mother-in-law?
Nah, it's someone else.
Oh,
But
good.
yeah.
Just to be clear. Just for the podcast.
Ceremony started late, full sun. Everyone was fucking over it by then, and it was because they were waiting for the stepmom and the dad to turn up. Dad gets the job of walking her down the aisle as he does. Stepmom then is shown her seat by the venue staff. She looks at it, says, "I'm not fucking sitting there." Storms off. Doesn't come to the ceremony at all. Mind you, there'd already been a blue in the morning because there wasn't hair and makeup organised for the stepmom, but there was for the mum. And
Right.
I don't know if you've realised, but there's a word in front of you.
Yeah, that's right.
And
I was going to say, and?
Exactly. So she's already caused a scene. Then she does this at the ceremony.
But I also just say, she would know before then.
100%. Yeah.
She's not turning up and going, well, you guys told me there would be. No one said there would be.
And then get to the reception, and then she comes on the store. And I'd said half a dozen things to her through the afternoon, just letting people know the bar's open over here.
Yeah.
You look like a miserable cunt. You can
Go and
get
get yourself a drink.
Yeah, exactly. Different things. And she didn't she looked at me through her big bug-eyed fucking glasses, didn't acknowledge me once, didn't say anything, didn't respond, nothing. And then at some point she kicks off at the bride, and the bride ends up just saying, "It's a fucking wedding, just enjoy yourself," to the mum.
Good advice.
Yeah. And to the stepmom, sorry. And then the mum's fucking snapping back with all this shit. And then later on, I went to ask the dad if he was doing a speech because they weren't sure. And that's when she fucking puts her 2 cents worth in. Oh, I was told there were no speeches. I said, well, there isn't for anyone else. Except for dad, if he wants to do one. And then, but she just kept having to jab at that.
Yeah.
And then the only other thing that really fucked up that day is they brought the cake out ceremony was 3, brought the cake out in full sun reception at 3:30. No one knew it was there until about 5 o'clock.
Did it fall?
Didn't fall, but it was definitely running down the fucking ground like buttercream melted. And then, so that was a bit of a cock up, but credit to the chef. He did manage to...
Yeah, pull it back together.
I feel like
roll a turd in glitter and call it a cake.
the longer you do this, it's the thing that changes from wedding to wedding is the chaos that sort of comes out of it and something new happens.
Oh, yeah.
And you kind of, as a vendor, you don't want it to happen. But when it happens, it's something new and exciting.
I was saying the other
You just
day...
think, podcast!
Yeah, but I was
just
saying...
something fun.
And I think we said this in the podcast, but often when I MC... Well, not often. Or let's say... Anyway, however often. So the wedding I did on the weekend down at Kangaroo Valley, and shout out to... They were on the day coordinators, and, as we've spoken about, sometimes that's a prickly situation.
Yeah.
I want to say they were called Brooke and Sarah, and if that's wrong, I apologise.
Was that the name of the company? Or?
Yeah, it's like Your Day with Brooke and Sarah or something like that. If I've got that wrong, I apologise. Lincoln will put it in the show notes later. But they were really good. They weren't super intrusive, but they were there from like 10 o'clock. They're putting out chairs. They're doing everything, right?
Yeah.
And so when it got to the reception portion, a lot of stuff that I would normally do as the MC, like there were speeches coming up, and it was time to do them, but I went for a walk around inside and they still hadn't cleared. So I came back out and I was talking to the photographer and they're not cleared yet, blah, blah, blah. And I was talking to one of the girls and she was like, oh, mate, I don't think it takes too long. And I said, that's all right. I'll just go in and ask the kitchen and see how. And she's like, no, I'll do that. That's my job. And I was like, oh, that's right. It is your. Oh, yeah. And I said to her, I said, listen, I just normally I do all that sort of stuff. You've made my job incredibly easy. And what I was going to say is there's days we talked about it where you're there and I feel like a burglar. I'm eating a delicious meal. I'm drinking a couple of beers. I'm going, here's Uncle Barry. Thanks very much. Good night. But then there's other nights, and I did one recently, and I talked about it, and the girls were great, but it was like it was for two girls. It was organised chaos. They had all these things they wanted to do. People got drunk. Timeline was a wreck, and I had to work very hard with the photographer and the videographer to make sure it all kind of came together. And while that's a pain in the ass, there's part of me that goes, I actually quite like this. I like that there's a bit of chaos, there's a bit of juggling, there's a bit of work to do. Like,
because it's new.
Yeah, it's new. Exactly. That's what made me say it. Is that it's new and something different will happen, and you're like, well, I'm fucking working. Like, this is, and the ones that you like that you're probably like, I should be getting paid more to do this, get balanced out by the ones where I'm eating a delicious meal and not doing much.
Same as travel. Hate Sydney, love South Australia.
Yeah.
I charge the same for travel to both.
Yeah, right.
It's when something feels a bit more cookie cutter, the day is always longer.
Yeah.
Like when you have something consistently new throughout.
So speaking of,
we're going to go to the wedding that I was talking about.
Yeah, let's do that.
Right. That pairs in well. So last weekend I had a wedding, and they kind of just planned exactly who they are as people and wrote it out as the. Oh, where's he going?
Where are you going?
Big dog's up. He's off to the toilet.
No, he's not.
What are you doing? Oh, you needed a beer.
Oh, no, he wants chips. Oi, because there's nothing that says podcast more than crunching potato chips into a mic.
That's all right. So last weekend I had a wedding. They kind of just wrote out the theme as if, like, what do we like?
Yeah.
And it was great. Not what we like. Bride's Indigenous. They've put in an indigenous element into the front half. Smoking ceremony, smoking the rings.
Yeah, awesome.
Indigenous celebrant, everything perfect. But then the groom is very into D&D.
Right.
And everything else that comes along with that.
Dungeons and discipline.
Yeah, Dungeons and Discipline. So they're like, the wedding theme is Viking/Indigenous. And you turn up however you want to interpret that.
I fucking love that.
And we don't do weddings like this often.
No.
It's a rarity. But
hang on. They weren't telling people to turn up like blackface.
What?
Because you can't do that anymore.
No, I'm aware you can't do that. No.
No, but one of the couple was Indigenous.
Yes.
I thought that was.
I love it.
I thought that was the
you
dress
were getting
code.
crisps. You missed half the combo.
I thought that was the dress code. You can't do that.
No, that was just the theme of the wedding. There was a lot of Indigenous elements that sort of flowed through, and then there was obviously elements from like D&D, Vikings, all those sort of things. So Lincoln and I are setting up for the ceremony, and you're seeing people turn up in full-blown elf ears. A guy turned up looking like he was from Assassin's Creed.
That's awesome.
Everything was tied in. Everywhere you looked, there was someone in new outfit.
That's sick. I love that.
But that's the thing. Like, it was so fresh and different for us.
Yeah.
That we went into. I looked at the run sheet. I'm like, I am so confused. I'm worried for this coming into it. And you get into it. The catering on this whole wedding was like literally like tomahawks hanging over charcoal.
Yeah, sick.
There was every part of it. Fuck yeah. But every part of it was just awesome, fun, and different. The groom wore a full blown cape. And
yeah, you showed me that photo before. It was so good where he was up on that platform holding it out like fucking.
But half of being a photographer or videographer is just like being a massive enabler.
Yeah,
So
100%.
All of that. So the guy was like, man, how good would it be being up that tree? And I'm like,
go and do it, champ.
Literally the bride's like, don't do it. Don't do it, Darren.
You can probably go higher than that, Darren.
That's it. It was all of that. It
Was
was
he
like,
hanging upside down in the tree with
I'll
his
show
cape?
you a
Looked
photo.
like a fucking bat.
100%. And then because he had a cape, all I kept doing was like dumb poses that I would never ever do. Of
course.
Like it was like, you know how the old school like 90s Batman, he whips the cape over and covers himself?
Yeah.
So I made him do like a dip kiss, but he whipped the cape around as he did the dip kiss.
That's awesome.
It was just lots of dumb shit that I would never ever be able to do at a wedding again. But I had so much. It was just so energizing it was the last day of multiple days in a row, and we came out of it just going, fuck, I had fun with that.
But anyway, if it's anything different to what you're doing all the time,
and that's what I was going to say. I'm not,
even if it's not your jam, it's different.
I'm not
exactly what it was.
I'm not anti. Like, if you want to do a traditional wedding, and great, if that's what you want to do, amazing. If that's your choice, like if you're doing it because your mum or your nan or fucking great Uncle Bill said you should, that's a fucking problem. But if you're, there's a lot of, and again, this is a sweeping generalization, but there's a lot of girls that have become women who have had an idea since they were 12 of what their wedding's going to look like.
Yeah.
And it's that quite traditional. Knock yourself out. That's amazing.
Go for it. If that's
But
what you
every
want.
time I meet with a couple, even if it's just one element where they go, oh, we're not going to do that. We're going to do this. And I'm like, that's fucking great. That's amazing.
100%.
That's so good.
Anything that you take that you personally love and you can incorporate into your wedding in some way, shape, or form, love it.
Yeah.
That's really what it comes down to.
The ones that I like...
He's choosing his words
I am
carefully.
choosing the words carefully. Because again, if that's what you choose to do, that's your business. But like it's clear that they go, we're going to do this and we're going to do that and we're going to do this. And I go, oh yeah, I've seen all 4 of those things on Insta Reels or TikTok recently. That's why you're ticking that box. And again, that's their personal choice. If that's what I do, that's good for them. But I'm just like,
So Lincoln and I had one probably a year ago now, Chelsea and Ryan. And
Should you have said their names out loud?
Yeah, no, this isn't.
Oh, very good.
This is good. So she planned this thing, and I'm not sure if she ripped it off someone else, but it essentially, he's a teacher, teaches primary school. He got a bunch of letters. Like she got a bunch of letters from all the kids. All these kids.
Oh yeah.
It went fairly viral.
Oh,
but
no, remember I commented on it.
Yeah, but
because someone was like, I've been a teacher for so long, and no children would ever do this, and I commented. Sounds like somebody just found out they're a fucking shit teacher.
It was this beautiful thing, but we then had a run of a few weddings after it where it was mirrored.
Yeah,
they just tried to do the exact same thing, and it didn't land quite the same way. Or they were a high school teacher. It just didn't land. It's taking an idea that works and not pulling it off quite as well.
Yeah,
and it's not particularly your idea. It kind of just goes that way. But yeah,
the same as anything in the ceremony. It's like if it doesn't mean anything to you, don't fucking do it.
Yeah.
So no readings, no poems.
I must admit, I saw
filler and fluff.
I saw a thing recently where it was the groom's been getting up and doing his speech at the reception, and I watched this one video, and he made this, and I can't remember what it was. This quite poignant kind of statement about relationships and this and the give and the take or whatever.
Yeah, I
was like, oh, that's pretty cool. And just the algorithm doing what the algorithm does, I just flicked up to the next reel. And it was another wedding.
Identical.
Groomsman saying the identical thing. And I was like, motherfucker, I thought that bloke was really good saying this really lovely thing. And now here's some other wood duck fucking doing exactly the same thing because they've just found it online.
Yeah.
And there's no, and here's what I'll say, and I say this to people about doing vows, and we have this argument all the time because you're like anti-Google, anti-whatever. I'm like,
ChatGPT.
I'm like, it's a perfectly acceptable resource, but I'm not saying cut and paste.
Yeah.
I'm saying, look at it. Oh, that's a great idea. I'm going to take that idea and build around it and make it my own.
I think it should only be used for structure.
Sure.
Like if you come with it, you go like, okay, this is the structure of how a speech or a reading goes.
Sorry, and in that same vein, we've banged this drum heaps of times, and I'm going to bang it again, and I'll bang it again, and I'll bang it again. If you are a speaker at a wedding reception, do not open the fucking speech with...
For those who don't know
me. Everybody fucking knows you, and if they don't, the MC's just introduced you.
Yeah.
Don't fucking do it. I was at a point where I was like, oh, this
is... Because in that situation, if you have to then say, for those who don't know me, somebody should be signing your fucking speech because you've just been introduced and you've been there the whole day. People know who you are. They've heard your name.
This is what I'm saying. And it was at a point where I've gone through this wave of emotions about that statement where I'm like, oh, that's funny.
I don't care as much as you do, but yeah.
Oh, no, just recently, I've just gotten to the point now where I'm just like, because now there's heaps of videos on TikTok and Insta or whatever making fun of that. And I'm like, we're at this point where don't do that.
Yeah.
Everybody knows.
Yeah.
These are fucking delicious. Do you just want some?
Yeah, go on.
I mean,
dill pickle.
But can we talk about eating crisps into the microphone? Like, is this a plan? Is this what we're doing now? Is this where we've gone?
We're recording in a brewery. We're not really professionals. Do you want one? It'll help your gout.
We're at that point.
Might fix your mood.
Apple cider vinegar.
I think I've ticked off all my things that I linked you to. I think I'm on it.
Anyway, stop saying for those of you who don't know me. Find some other way to open.
Yeah.
Yeah, just start off with like how you know the person. Straight into it. Or however you would. Everyone always does the context to who they are as a person and their relationship at the start.
Yeah, I do that. I try to do the thing where if I'm emceeing, I'll go, tell me, I want like about each of your wedding party. I want to know, this is Will. He's been my best mate since he was 5, and he wants shit in a policeman's hat. That's what I want. And because to open the ceremony, to open the reception, I'll go, ceremony, I told you I was going to let you a little bit. You might know some of these people. You might know all of them. You might have wandered into the street. You don't know what's happening. This is Will. Been Monty's best mate since they were 5. Watch him around your missus. He loves fucking married ladies. And then I've done that one before where they said that. They go, he loves married women. And everyone like lost it. And then the groom's mum's like, well, he's never tried it on me.
So good.
My point of reference is always that one that you did. The bestiality comment right at the front. I cannot get past it. Anytime anyone ever does like the roasting, I'm like, there is no beating that.
No.
There is no change to it. And it was definitely a turning point type thing. Do you think you'll ever go that hard again with a roasting?
I've been harder.
Yeah?
100%.
No, but what about with the roasting?
You have could you rattle one off that you think was harder than
it was not even on my radar for being the rogue, like a super rogue roast, but because it's like one of those, it's come direct from the couple and I've vetoed it with them. It's like, well, it's on you now. Like, you've told me to say this.
You're only regurgitating what they've told you.
100%.
I
didn't actually think it was such a...
But I know we do the same thing.
You had a dream about fucking a dog. I don't think it's the worst. It's not the worst thing I've ever said.
But you and I do the same thing, though. When there's something that's questionable, like I did it this weekend just gone. They gave me these really crisp, this person, she's a
short,
sister,
sharp.
this thing.
Yeah.
Boom, 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 boom. But some of them are a bit like, I was like, they weren't particularly rude or anything, but it was like, this is my sister. She used to have Bell's palsy, and my husband wouldn't stop ripping her off about it. That was the whole thing, and like it's like this disfigurement that's temporary.
Yeah.
But like, it was obviously a problem.
Yeah.
And half the crowd's like, "Oh my god!" And I open with.
It's also very tame.
It is very tame, but I open with. So I just want to be clear. I said to you that I was going to introduce them to you. I'm reading you verbatim what they've told me. This isn't an editorial. I'm not giving you an opinion.
Yeah.
I can't be held responsible for anything I'm about to say.
I haven't gone and done my own research and come back.
Yeah. Yeah, and so that's the sort of thing. So when you go hard, you're like, well, it's not me, it's them. I'm just reading it out.
And
Blame
fully,
these guys.
like that was it. And it's like, I'll have to go back through. I want to put together like best and worst vows in a book.
Yeah.
Not actually put a comment on each one.
No.
So it's like there's a whole book of vows and be the top 50 and the worst 50 vows I've ever read in my life.
That'd be a
But
great.
they're all in there together, and you get to pick which one you think.
That'd be a
I,
great coffee table book.
Yeah,
I did on
but
the
I thought
weekend.
the same for the roast, the best and like the roguest roast of all time.
I did, not in the intro, but and like we were talking about not trying to be a comedy show, but and we've talked about this before. I don't have stuff prepared. I'll just listen to speeches, and when there's like a little nugget of something, I'll go, right, that's in my back pocket.
Yeah.
And when I come back up to go to the break or whatever, I'll just... And so on the weekend, the best man got up and made his speech, and part of his speech was about how the groom had wanted to go to the doctor's office for something, couldn't get in, took his pants down, shit out the front, and then walked home and didn't see anything wrong with it. And then the maid of honour had this story about how he'd wiped his ass on a face washer and then used it with a client. And I don't know what the context was, but there was all this talk about him shitting and wiping his ass on a thing. And then part of the maid of honour's thing was also that the bride had a bunch of dud boyfriends and she'd come home to the sister and the mum saying, I'm bringing this guy home. He's like blah, 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 blah. And they met him and they talked to him and they pulled her aside and said, he's the best one you brought home. So then when it came...
The best one.
Yeah. So when they'd already finished speaking, then we were going to the main meal. I was all right, thanks everyone. Give those speakers a big round of applause. Said if there's any takeaway from me there, it is that, we've heard this disgraceful story about doing something outside the doctor's surgery. He's wiped his backside on a face washer and then used it with a client. And this is the best bloke she's brought home. Anyway, the main meals are coming up soon. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
I think I told you the roguest one I did was the bride's dad.
Now, I just want to preface this by saying this is the last story. We've got to go.
Bride's dad, really nice speech. They lived 5 doors up from each other in the same street.
Mm-hmm.
He's gone at the end. Now, I just want you both to know if you ever need anything, I'm only up the street. Call in any time. Always there for you, whatever you need. And I said, Got knocked back. Thanks, mate. Beautiful way to start the speeches. But I just want to throw back there to something you said. And I want you to know, if she's screaming daddy at 3 a.m., she's sure as shit not calling for you.
Fantastic. I love that.
And it was like, kind of like slow motion. Everyone's jaw dropped, gasp, and then fucking erupted. Like, I don't remember who was shooting.
Doesn't matter.
You nearly need walkaway music. You
came
need
up
that
to
like
me.
the CSI Miami.
It was fucking
Drop
Taylor.
at the
It was
end of it.
Taylor.
The what's the other one? The Law and Order.
Yeah,
Bom,
Bomb. If you had a pair of sunglasses, put them on, walk away with that sound effect.
I'm sure it was Taylor.
I think no, because it's more open. I feel like dog fucking is really specific. It's really specific.
That's all we've got time for. We'll see you next Tuesday.
Hip hip.
Hooray!